let's also talk about the advocacy, babe. I know you like talking about advocacies.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a while ago, right? This is something very close to her heart. So why did you focus on this? Let's go back to the topic. Yeah.
Well, I think I want to take a step back and answer why I joined pageantry in the first place. Like I mentioned, I didn't dream to become a beauty queen growing up, but it was that moment that I realized that pageantry is much bigger than how I perceived it to be growing up. So I actually thought that it was very superficial. But then I realized that when you actually have an amazing platform to do good, to instill positive change, that's so important for me, that for whatever I do, there's purpose. And to answer your question, why did I choose autism awareness, acceptance, and inclusivity? Well, it's because I have two autistic brothers. I mentioned that earlier. And because of that, it's become a lifelong mission. So growing up in the US early on in my life, I actually experienced the stark difference from living in a first world country and a third world country. And I realized the gaps that are missing here, and the gaps actually all around the world that really need to be addressed in terms of awareness and education. And if nobody advocates for them, then who will be their voice? Because a lot of them don't have a voice, and they deserve the right to a fulfilled life. They deserve the right to education, basic health needs, basic human rights, actually. And that's what's missing here, and that's why I advocated.
Tama yun, kasi
That's beautiful.
actually, if you really compare the progression of other countries to the Philippines, we're pretty far behind in terms of...
We are, but we're getting better.
We are.
We're taking the right steps towards the right direction naman.
But we need more people like you.
Of course.
Advocating for all these things, diba? Because, like, for example, before, when you mention mental health, people don't even know what it is.
Means.
Diba?
Yeah.
Right now, there are still people who don't know what mental health is.
And it's important to just start the conversation, because when you ask the right questions, and it somehow sticks in your head also. And just to touch on the platform of pageantry, you know, the things that beauty queens answer on stage, like they're quoted in Congress now, they're quoted in Senate, so it can actually create changes. And
Galing.
that's really what I try to do with the platform, is really just to get enough eyes and ears towards the right direction.
Tama.
There's too much negativity in this world, diba?
That's true.
Good luck with your journey dun.
Thank you.
Kasi, I swear, parang certain things just need to change, diba?
Right.
We're in that direction, but we need a little push.
There's a lot of work to do.
There is.
Yeah. So how did this advocacy connect to you and your family? How did it build a strong connection?
You know, just when you answered that, it brought back the memory of when I was on stage, because my brothers always watched my competitions. But it was this year that, because of the transition of Miss Universe organization internationally, they focused more on advocacy, which is an amazing thing for me. It actually gave me more motivation to really join again when I was still deciding. And it was just so touching, because it was the first time that my siblings, my two autistic siblings, or my two siblings on the autism spectrum, they saw their faces on the big screen, because it was being flashed, it was being shown, and they were like, just seeing the reactions is such a heartwarming moment. But also because even if people perceive that individuals on the spectrum don't really understand things, you know, just the fact that they know that they're being cared for, they know that we're proud, like they can really understand. And it really just brings all of us together, because, you know, one of the common things that we all have, you know how we all have our own family issues. The common thing that we have is that we love and we care for our siblings. We always have each other's back. Even if nag-aaway mga magulang namin, the sibling bond is really strong. And it's very, very evident. Currently, we're actually scattered around the world. So I have a brother in Chile, I have a sister in Utah, I have, you know, my mom's somewhere around the world. And, you know, it's just so important that we have such a good foundation, and we talk about things. And moments like my pageant, everybody just comes together and watches and supports me. So it's amazing.
Oh.
Excited for them to be in El Salvador.
Ang ganda ng mga story ni MMD.
Yes. So be creative in making strong connections at home. Get your mom, dad, ate, and kuya their dedicated secondary internet connection.
This is, of course, possible with PLDT Home My Own Wi-Fi. Visit pldthome.com/myownwifi for details.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle Marquez D. If you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to the PLDT Home YouTube channel.